Hey, really, let's get in the third part of first day. We are over here to say whatever we like to say over here. In that case, that's our visions. That's our strategy to say among the people. So we don't need to care about that kind of thing. Even that's really luxurious or something like that. We weren't gonna care about it. We are here to talk as a therapist or something like that from through this channel. So never feel like you get this talk and you can go ahead towards positivity or something like that. You don't need to talk. You don't need to even feel a little bit thing on that mental on that in this way. So what? Now, most of the thing can be really indigenous. you know so a lot of people are with uh, like really indigenous, and we don't know what kind of people they are with you, and what kind of person what kind of things they want with they would like to get from you, like advances and benefits, beneficial things, merits from you. But we don't know yet. We don't have what we haven't known anything it. So that's why it is better, it is really necessary to recognize and acknowledge each and every person. If we can it is better to acknowledge your conditions, how you are at this time, conditions. So if you can acknowledge your conditions and your mentality or that kind of things, and if you are actually working on a progress and your growth, in that case it is really necessary, it is inevitable that you will get the success in the future, and that is already written in your journey. So that's why you job. So never feel like, man, you don't have anything and nobody is with you. So you don't need to feel in that way, because we are with you, man. So if you are so most of the thing can be in incongruous things, incongruous things. So we are here to lead all these things in a harmony or integration. So something like that, that can even be really, like, how really egregious. But we are not here to capsulate anyone. So if you come to capsulate, in that case that person will feel like he is imprisoned, or some that kind of imprisonment like, can't we can't able to learn and teach even a little bit through that kind of imprisonment or something like that. So it is better to learn even a little bit thing in a freedom, in a liberation way, a liberate way. People can able to learn after enduring, after his tolerance, endurance, his persistency, consistency, discipline, inner inspiration, motivations, and conscientiousness or prevention. What that kind of presentations will teach him a lot, and all these kinds gonna lead that person towards positivity. So it is already written on someone's journey. So that's we have to hard work on our progress. So if we can able to hard work, in that case no one can even able to get to stop us. That's our vision, and we can able to get everything from like our journey or that kind of thing. So if we are feeling like, how we are feeling really awkward or embarrassed, like same, that kind of thing you have that is within you. In that case you can able to go move ahead towards positivity or something like that. So in that case that can be really uh, disgusting thing for you, and for the people who like to as age is who like to support you, or who want a sponsorship, who would like to get a sponsorship through your channels or something. That it can be it can be really disgusting if you're not getting anything through this channel, so anything like that. So it is better to always work on your progress, your growth. So you know so you don't need to chase anything like that, like avarice is like that kind of avarice things. So if you come to be a really belligerent person, even in that case you will lose the control over your mentality or something like that. In that case always in that case you have to be focused on your career. So if you have to focus on meditation, workout, if you have a proper protein intakes or something like that, in that case you can chase it, and you can follow all these things through your what your that kind of mentalities or something like that. You have to be the youth. So if you are still in the process of changing yourself towards like into the youth, so you will become. So you don't need to worry even a little bit thing in that way. So what It can be whatever you have to do in your life that must be bland, you know. Even most of the thing can be cryptic, you know. Some of your journey can be obscure, like even that seems like we are not even understanding a little bit where on that kind of things or something like that. So even in that case, you have to focus on equanimity, you know. Equanimity, even you have a lot of pressure over your shoulder, you have a lot of responsibilities, obstacles, and like, you know, duties that you have to fulfill, but you don't have time sufficient, that kind of resources to fulfill, to complete, you know, to finish all these things over here in time. So even in that case, what uh, you don't have to talk with anyone, to anyone in a flippant way. Even if you come to talk with your flippant way in that case, but people most of the people might have negativity towards you and your channel. So in that case, it is better not to talk in a flippant way. So always be so energetic person. If you don't have that kind of thing, even in that case, don't talk to anyone in that way. You know, you are over here to share your knowledge, wisdom through this channel. So I want to say keep go ahead, and that's your responsibility, man, to direct each and every, even your own self or other youth towards positivity, and that kind of leaderships will be so like appreciating, and it can even it can be immutable. You know, we have to uh, go through an indefatigable way. You know, if we can go through this way or path, in that case we can even be so like interpret person, and we have to be. So always you have to think about that kind of mentalities or person to make your personality and physical health. So your status must be really interpret. So in that case, you will get a lot of things from your journey or that kind of thing. Otherwise you will fail, you will get shocked. Somehow you will work on your progress for to get your growth, you know. But somewhat you feel like you did you made falls, and you had a fall, lot of fall, and you were still you feel like somewhat you feel you are not a good person yet. So even in that case, what you must have to teach yourself and direct your mentality towards positivity in a laconic way. And you know, even you sometimes you can consider and recognize yourself and acknowledge yourself in an what nefarious way. Even in that case, don't do anything wrong with you, you know, because some even in that, but even you are in a perilous or that kind of way, miserable disposition are ahead of you. In that case, don't get stuck, man. You have to you have to move ahead towards positivity. So that's your last options. Except that you don't have anything, so you have to go ahead, man. So don't ever feel like it's really it is precarious, and I don't feel like doing anything ahead. So in that case, you will feel you will get stuck, and that's way you'll feel stuck. So don't ever do anything wrong with your own self, and then always live in karma. You know, you have to you have to go ahead through special and moral ethical characteristics and features. So if you are believing on it, in that case you will get it all the things over here. Otherwise you will feel stuck, and then you can even able to get a little bit things from your Bayesian like way, or that kind of mentality is literally gonna what uh, eliminate yourself. So you don't need to feel, you don't need to focus on only your luxurious things and your hard things, you know. Must it is human things, and that kind of psychology you might have. But you have to always have to focus on your career, your growth, your motive, your purpose of your life. So in that case, you even you have a lot of turbulences ahead of you. You don't feel you're not gonna feel getting stuck. That's your journey is about to get anything from your life. So that's why you won't feel anything is around you like in that way, you know. So that's your visions and that's perspectives to get anything over here in a proper way, you know. So what if you are in last person in that case, what you will get, what kind of benefits and merits, you know, or advantages, beneficial things behind that things. it might have a lot of things we can say. We don't have that kind of things and enough experiences to say all these things over here. So that's